I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war.
Right, everybody, today on the podcast we have Alan Kontarovich.
Yup, the one and only UVO, man.
And Marcy Mathieson.
You said it wrong.
No, I know I did. Marcy Mathieson. Marcy Mathieson. We're so happy to have you here.
Thanks.
Super cool.
Thanks for having me.
So for everybody watching right now, Marcy is one of the newer agents that we got on the team. We're so grateful to have you. Marcy is killing it. We never see you. This is like the second time we spoke because I'm like, we got her on the team, and then I haven't seen her since.
I'm sorry.
But she's been killing it.
She's getting shit done.
She's been out there grinding. So, dude, super cool. Really happy to have you here. Again, the purpose of the podcast is to talk about you guys, entrepreneurs, people who are self-employed, people who are grabbing the bull by the horns. So, again, super happy to have you here.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Thank you, Marcy. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, I'll try and come in more.
Good.
Yeah, you should.
We're barely getting to know each other.
You should.
My name is Marcy.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Alan.
So, dude, where are you from? So, I mean, you're not from Salt Lake, right?
No.
You kind of just landed here and didn't leave.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I thought about leaving a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we do that, how long you been in real estate?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. I got into real estate 3 years ago because I was like, wait, there's no reason for me not to be in real estate because I can walk into a gas station to get a cup of coffee and leave with like 3 friends. So I'm like, no, I need to do this.
I know why. 2 reasons.
Cheerful and considerate.
There you go. Dude, yeah, no, you're going to kill it. And I'm happy you're not here because when agents are here, you know, they're grinding for business, but you've got business. You're busy. You're out there working. So that's really good. 3 years in the business. So have you always been full-time in real estate or were you kind of transitioning from something else?
When I dive into something, I dive into it. There's no tiptoeing for me. Like I'm an all or nothing kind of girl. So yeah, always full-time. For a little bit, I was doing some recruiting for a real estate team because I thought it was playing it safe to have a salary position, but I still wanted to be in real estate.
Oh, terrible idea.
Yeah,
Horrible.
I went back.
Yeah, terrible idea.
Yeah,
we always talk about that in the podcast, like these part-time agents, which is, I understand if you're transitioning and the goal is to become full-time, but people who take that safety and security route, you're never going to be successful. No, and it's not fair to your clients either. You know. But dude, that's really good. So, so where are you from? You're not from Salt Lake.
No, I'm from Florida.
Florida.
Yay. I'm from Florida. I moved here because my ex-husband was Air Force, and I swore, I hate the cold. And I swore when he left, I was like, you know what, I'm going back home. And like 7 years later, I'm still here.
And then you fell in love with the snow.
I did. I just started skiing last year.
There you go.
And yeah, I'm totally in love with it. It's true.
No, growing up, I hated Utah too.
Yeah.
Cold, snow, I didn't like it. Now, I feel like the older I got, I actually like it.
Yeah, the season change, like it's a whole progression in the year and life and stuff. I'm into it.
And the vibe is changing here in town too.
It's true.
So
Super
it's good.
true.
Yeah, really cool. So talk to us about who you were before you came to Salt Lake. You were a military wife.
I was.
How long was that?
I was married for 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah. My ex-husband was in the Air Force. And so we met in Florida because we both grew up in Florida.
Yeah.
And then lived in Mississippi, lived in Texas, and then got stationed here. And like a year after we got stationed here, we ended up splitting. And that's when I was like, okay, so I'm just here.
So where did that take you to? So just from Florida to Mississippi, you said?
To Texas.
To Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah? How long were you there?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I went from like Florida, hot, Mississippi, hot, Texas, hot, Utah, cold and snow.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it here, though. So I'm from Vegas originally, and, I mean, we don't get snow out there, right? But I'm really loving the snow. I got to say, I'm missing the snow right now. Like, where's the snow? What's going on?
I've been saying that.
Yeah, we're almost in February. Yeah, so I don't know, but I love it here. And the economy is always super strong. Like, the economy is really, really strong, even right now with all the nonsense going on. Like,
and I feel like we'll be fine here.
You know? Oh, it's true. I have a ton of confidence. Is this wood?
I think so. I don't know.
No, I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
There's too many people leaving California. Even if we get 10% of them,
So true.
we're golden.
And it's crazy because I just sent a referral to an agent in California, and she was telling me it's still, their market there is still super strong. And I'm like, well, look at ours, and you're sending us your people.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's crazy.
Yeah. It was cool with so April's an investor that Alan works with. She's awesome. This lady's a badass.
She's a
right?
boss, man.
She is a boss, but she was mentioning that somebody who just purchased a home recently in her neighborhood came from California, and they had like a 2-bedroom condo, and they bought a really nice house, very nice area, very nice area.
Probably like around $1 million, probably.
Yeah. And they sold the condo and they bought the home for less over here. Like that's the price difference in Utah. Pretty freaking
insane.
crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. Yeah. So you are extremely bubbly. I have a nickname for you, Bubbles.
I am.
Right?
Extremely bubbly.
I'm like, Alan, her nickname is now Bubbles. I even
That's
called you
just because
that.
I was calling you Fernandizzle.
Yeah. So Bubbles on the podcast today, which is cool. You have a lot of energy. I'm sure your clients love that.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing really well, so they must.
Thank you.
Right? They must. But so tell me about how you got into real estate. I mean, what was your motivation?
Okay, so I had always done accounting. Office managerial type jobs, and then at one point I was in an accounting position where it was kind of turning into like a salesy type position. I was like, wait a minute, I'm really good at this. Let me hone in on an area that I like to be good at this. And that's how I was like, I got to do real estate because I moved from Florida to Tennessee, Florida to Tennessee, that's hard to say, Florida to Tennessee every year as a child. So realtors were like part of my family, kind of.
Because you guys were buying and selling, buying and selling.
My parents were always moving, so and always looking at houses and stuff. So I was like, I know what to do because then at that point, looking at houses became a hobby to me as a kid.
Yeah.
So there was
So
no question.
what's Florida like as a child? How was it growing up over there?
Awesome.
What part of Florida? What part?
So like a suburb of Orlando. And so I get into this argument with people all the time. They're like, you're not from the South if you're from Florida, especially Orlando. I'm like, you don't know the suburbs of Orlando. Like, yeah, I
It's
think
like
that
all
counts.
Confederate flags, or what do you mean?
Well, my stepdad would get gators. He would get the
Oh,
nuisance
okay.
gators for people.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. If that says anything.
And you had gators as pets?
No, I didn't have gators as
Oh,
pets.
okay. Did you ever eat gators? I mean, they eat them down there. don't they?
Yeah. They're good.
Really?
Yeah, it is. It's like a little chicken nugget, but super chewy.
I've never had gator.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, try it.
We gotta give it a try.
Yeah.
Should we go to Florida?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go to Florida.
I know people there.
I kind of want to go over there.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to try that gator.
Maybe. Yeah, so the reason why I wanted you on, right, is because, again, we haven't seen you here in the office, and that is because you're busy. You're out working. You're out grinding. We have a really amazing lender we've been working with, Vicky, who's amazing at supporting us.
Yeah.
And supporting you guys. And I see you guys working together a lot, doing some marketing, really creative marketing, really fun stuff. And I'm like, that's good because a lot of times we'll see agents who are not in the office and they're not producing, and Ellen and I are scratching our heads like, what the hell are they doing? And then we see somebody like you who's producing, you're not in the office, and we're seeing you marketing. We're seeing you work on social media, which is awesome. You're using that tool exactly how you're supposed to use it.
Yeah.
But I like seeing that, right? So where do you get your hustle? I mean, where's that from? Are you a single mom?
I am. I have a 12-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
So where do I get it from though? I got a crazy drive. Like, if I want to do something, it's going to happen, period. So that's where I get it from. And not only that, but like I got a super creative brain and I just want to use it as much as I can. But
I think that we're working with a genius here.
thank you.
You know what,
I've been waiting for somebody to
we
say
are.
that.
You're welcome.
We could be. We could be.
Is he talking about himself or me?
I've seen the marketing.
talking about you.
The ad that you guys created was super funny, and I do think agents should be getting creative with their advertising. And I told Alan this when I got into real estate, and I was 15 years in the hair industry, right? Super creative. And when I got into the real estate industry, I'm like, dude, everyone's marketing looks the same. Everyone's real estate photo looks the same. I'm like, oh my gosh.
He told me this, like 3 years ago?
Yeah,
3 years ago.
Yeah, before I even got in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, dude, you guys need to get a little more edgy. I mean, one of the reasons for the podcast was to show hey, we're just like regular people. We're not putting on this front like, oh, we have a suit and tie and now we have to be super squares. Like that's not how it is. We're helping real people.
Yeah.
And that's why I like your personality. You really fit in on the team. I don't want to go into the last week's episode, but
Oh man.
but listen to me. But this is creative marketing.
Yeah.
Right? You can't imagine the amount of people who message us, call us, talk to us about the subjects that we speak about in the podcast because it's real stuff and it's real and we're being creative about it. Right. But again, I like how you are going that route. You're utilizing social media to be yourself, to show who you are, which a lot of agents are not doing. And it's working, right? So how did you get into that part of the business? Were you introduced to, were you taught? Did anybody kind of show you? I mean, that video you guys made was really cool, by the way.
That
Put a
was
clip up on it. It was like you didn't see it, huh?
No, which one?
They're like eating pizza. It was like, it was professionally
Vicky
edited.
did it. Vicky,
yeah.
Vicky did that.
Dude, and I actually want to just give a huge shout out to Vicky once again.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be here. She was actually texting me going, "Hey, do you know Marcy?" And I'm like, "I don't." And then she sent me your full name. I looked you up. I'm like, "Oh, that's the girl I have her online as my friend." And then the next day, he's like, "Hey, by the way, we're meeting with Marcy." I'm like, "What?" So Marcy, I mean, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Vicky.
Yeah.
So Vicky
true.
made it happen.
She did.
And one of the ways we found Vicky was from the podcast.
Oh, that's
Bingo.
super cool. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Oh, way to
podcast,
go.
yeah. So all you agents out there, I'm telling you, get creative with your marketing. Stop following in the footsteps of your dad and grandfather and the old man in the real estate company. Stop doing that. Look at what's trending right now. Start recreating it. I think the podcast is probably one of the most important ways to tell your story, get your name out there.
Yeah.
Be you and be original.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know how to do. Is like you could try really hard to be like, Marcy, I'm gonna need you to tone it down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to look like this, and I'd be like, okay, I will try.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
That's
One day later, you're gonna give me a big fail stamp.
As long as you're closing deals, you can get shit done.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There you go.
Be
Yeah,
you.
do what
Don't
you
change
want.
who you are for
Do what
anybody.
you want, yeah.
That's all I
So
know.
how has it been for you so far? I mean, was it challenging to get into that position and went from accounting and managerial
Was it
office work?
challenging? Honest, I don't want to sound like an asshole. It wasn't as
Uh-oh, here we go.
challenging as it is for some people. I think I hear all kinds of stories where it takes a lot of ramp up for some people, but it wasn't as challenging for me because I'm really good at building relationships with people, and I'm not shy. So when they say, "Hey, first get in the business, you have to contact your SOI," I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll call my SOI," and my SOI showed up for me. So yeah, it wasn't as challenging as it could have been. But I don't want to sound like an asshole.
Yeah, no, you don't. No, you don't. You sound like somebody who decides
Confident.
to do something
You're
and they
confident.
do it. Yeah, confident. Yeah. We have agents that we're working with who are newer. We have a new program that we set up, right? The mentor-mentee program.
Correct.
Just a plug for Jeff. Jeff is the one who's running our mentor-mentee program. Really smart guy.
Yep.
Lots of years in business, lots of years in training and leadership. And we have that set up because we do have agents who hit us up who are kind of, they know what to do. They don't have the drive to do it, right? Or they don't have the, I don't want to say lack of motivation. It probably is. Or I think it's fear that holds them back from doing what they should be doing, like contacting your SOI constantly, right? Writing down on a piece of paper everyone you know, their phone numbers, and calling them and asking them for referrals and tell them you're in real estate, right? And Alan and I don't have the time to do that, to manage people. So when we get these agents who hit us up who are having a hard time, like the ones you're talking about with these horror stories of not being able to close a deal, we introduce them to Jeff.
Yep.
And Jeff has been great at teaching them and mentoring them and showing them what to do, right? Because at the end of the day, we have a company here. We don't want to limit growth. We don't want to turn people down who are not a good fit. They just need some support. They need some accountability, right? You're someone who doesn't need accountability, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to hit on that because that is something that's true for I think most agents. I don't think most agents have that. I think it's more than half struggle with, they know what to do, they just don't do it.
Well, you got to think you're being your own boss. You're waking up at your own time. You're the one saying, "Hey, get up, make this phone call. Hey, do this work. Hey, do this uncomfortable." A lot of the stuff that we do can be uncomfortable. So you're the one saying, "Well, you know what? It's going to be uncomfortable, or it might be embarrassing." What's the bigger goal? be embarrassed or accomplish what you want to accomplish. So it's that easy.
Yeah,
You gotta
what's more
just
important?
you gotta just dive in, and we all go through it in the beginning, but you gotta just literally dive in, and you'll get better and better and better over time.
So how does Marcy talk to her SOI? What does that phone call look like? You call him up, and what do you do? I want to hear. What's the pitch?
Very bubbly.
Yeah, bubbles.
Hey, it's Marcy. How are you? Like, and then it just kind of goes from there, depending on who it is. I might have broken something by using that high pitch there.
Oh, you're
though.
fine.
Yeah.
People on the podcast are going to be like, "What the hell?"
turn your volume down, guys. But I just talk to them like however my relationship is. Like I just got off the phone with somebody from my SOI who wants to purchase a house, and super cool, like girlfriend kind of conversation.
Exactly.
And it's natural. It's not like a sales pitch. I don't sales pitch anybody. I just call them and talk to them like they're a person. I'm a person. We're people. We're talking.
That's it. This is it. And we did call training today, and one of our agents of Ace, who's the boss, he's been on the podcast. He's an amazing salesperson, but I think that salesman kind of persona takes over. You know what I mean? When he's talking to clients, and a lot of agents do this, where they kind of change their voice, and it's not really them, and you can tell.
Yeah.
You know, if you know them, you can tell. But we did this cool exercise where I said, "Hey, you're going to record yourself, and you're going to record yourself talking to me, and then you're going to record yourself talking to a client. And I want you to hear how you sound, the difference. Just like you said, it's like talking to a friend, right? That's how you have to approach all prospects.
Just be you.
Yeah, just be you.
Treat them like they're your friend. And
Everybody is my friend. They might not know it, but you guys are all my
Yeah,
Exactly.
that is something that all agents should be doing. They should be recording themselves, and they should listen and be like, "That's not how I really sound. Why am I doing that? You know, I sound like a salesperson."
Which is exactly what happened today. He gave you a call after and said, "Holy shit! I just listened to myself, and man, you are right. Like you have to do that. You have to, be aware. You have to be self-aware of what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. If something's not working, change.
Yeah.
But don't change who you are.
Maybe I should lower my voice a little bit, though.
I
might try doing that a little bit.
Don't do that. Jeff came back today with his mentee, who's a newer agent who's just getting into the business, doesn't have any deals yet. He's just starting. He's learning. He's a little younger, right? But he came back, and you guys were there when they talked about that. He said, "What are the 3 things you took back from the class?" Right? It was like a 4-day class.
Yep.
It's like a 5-day class. Even
4 day.
Monday.
Rev up.
Oh, Rev. Okay, 4 days. But Realty One does this class. It's called Rev Up. It's for a lot of new agents. They go over the contracts, go over everything prospecting, right? And he asked them the 3 things that what you take out of it. And one of them, which stood out to me, was don't sell, serve. I like that. Like I really like that. And it made me think like, oh my gosh, there are too many agents who might not be getting the appointment set because they sound like a salesperson, right? They don't sound like they're genuinely there trying to help them. They sound like they're trying to get something from them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was cool because today we were going over that in call training, right? So really cool stuff. I wish I would have went. I really do.
Well, the good thing is they have it every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Rev Up.
We can go next month.
Next month we should all go. They'll have the whole team go.
One of my favorite memes I think I've ever seen was it was geared towards real estate agents, and it was like, I'm not in the sales industry, I'm in the service industry. And I was like, yes, that's it.
It's true. Yes. We are. We're not selling anybody anything.
No, you decide if you want the house or not. You decide if you want to sell your house or not. I just want to provide a good experience for you to do it.
Yeah.
And also, let's hang out and be friends afterwards.
Exactly.
There you go.
It's all about relationships.
There's the SOI.
That's your SOI.
That's the SOI right there. Yeah, that's good. So agents who are getting into the business right now, like you said, you hear about them. It's tough for them to build their network. What are some things that you're doing that you feel like they're not that's really, really helping you?
The uncomfortable stuff, honestly. It is. It's the uncomfortable stuff.
So you do get uncomfortable when you're pitching and you're...
No, it's
be
not.
Honest.
You're not uncomfortable while you're doing it. You're uncomfortable before you do it.
Build up.
Yeah, it's okay. I got to do this. Procrastinate. I don't want to procrastinate. There's something that interests me more to do than that. No, you're going to be uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable doing it, that means you have to do it even more. It's going to get you somewhere. So the posting videos online, could be considered dumb memes or something online. That could be uncomfortable because everybody's looking at you. It's social media. Everybody's seeing you do that. What are they going to think of me? Who cares?
Exactly.
Is your goal what these people think of you, or is your goal to be successful?
Yeah.
My goal is to be a really good example to my daughter. And that's why I'm like, well, whatever. This person might think I'm dumb for posting this, but when, I can show my daughter what a working woman can do and be successful, then I don't care what you think. I don't even know you.
Exactly. Yep. Too many people struggle with that. Mm-hmm. Alan is one of them.
You talking to me? I was talking about.
No. So going back when Alan and I started working together, remember Alan is driver, focused, killing it, right? But he was very low key. And social media did not exist in Alan's world, right? Marketing did not. Alan was strictly script, phones closed, one after another. And he's killing it. No distractions.
I just barely got IG like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I had no distractions. I wouldn't even go on Facebook or anything. I'd post maybe one little thing to show people that I'm alive. And that'll be literally once a month maybe. Yep. But now at the where we're at right now, and I'm realizing, holy shit, like social media, it's power.
It's very important.
It's extremely important.
Yeah.
And I don't mean power like that, but I mean it's extremely important to grow your business and to stay connected, to let people know who you are and what you're doing. And it's free.
Free to use.
Free.
What's cool about it too, though, is because all my family's in Florida, and like they all know from like family, hey, how's so and so doing? How's so and so doing? Oh, Marcy's in real estate, cool. And then they move on with their lives. But through social media, they can be reminded, oh yeah, your cousin,
on top of their mind.
Your sister, your whoever is in real estate. If you need something, contact her.
Yeah.
Remember, you love her.
Yeah. Which is good, but you want to be the go-to person.
Yeah.
You want people to, when they think of Marcy, you want them to think about real estate. When people think about me, I want them to think of real estate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same thing.
Top of mind. Super
Constantly.
important. Super important. Yeah, we've been working on, I've got a ton of accounts in YouTube and in all the social media platforms and everything. And now all the podcast platforms, we're on like every single one. There's like hundreds. We're on iTunes now, so if you guys want to listen on iTunes, we're on iTunes. iTunes, Spotify, all of them, right? But because we know how important that is, and it doesn't cost money to put them on there, right? It costs money to produce it. This actually costs money, but we worked up enough capital, and we want to invest in ourselves, and we did it, right? But going back to what you said, people are afraid to do that.
Yeah.
They're afraid of what other people will think, and I'm not saying Alan was one of them. But there was a little bit there. There was a little bit there. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to that.
Go ahead.
There was a little bit there when I would tell him, dude, you have such a good life and you're killing it. You should not show off, but show the world your success. And Alan was like, I don't want to look like a douchebag. It was always that, I don't want to look like a douchebag. Yeah. Right. And then just 2 years ago, it was pretty recent. You started to get into it, and even now when we film, Alan is still like, okay, he overthinks it. It's normal. Yeah. This is normal. All agents, a lot of people deal with this stuff, right? But you do have to go back to the point where it's like, who gives a fuck about what anybody thinks about me? I'm just going to do it. And if it sounds stupid, who cares? Right? That's the only way to get over it.
Well, the one thing that I absolutely love too, in the beginning, I did think that. I'm like, I don't want to come off and go, hey, look at me. I don't want to come off like that guy.
Yeah. That's good though. That's very admirable. I do appreciate that quality in you.
Yeah.
It's... and he's the one that kind of got me like, hey, like, do it to inspire other people. You did it. You came from nothing. Watch, like, it's going to help somebody. And I didn't really think much of it. Like, no, they're going to probably think I'm a little D-bag or whatever. And after I began getting a little bit more active on social media, the amount of love and feedback I received, especially lately, people calling me, like, across the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, messages through the roof.
Wanting to be mentored, wanting to know how you did it. It's good.
Yeah, like little kids going, oh my gosh, like, dude, I look up to you. And I'm like, what?
Little kids?
Like,
oh, come on.
I love that. And that would be why, like, I do what I do. Like, I love doing that and show people that, hey, anybody can do it. Like, shit, you're talking to a guy from a refugee camp that didn't even know English. And if I can make it, anybody can make it.
Yeah.
It's the way I look at it.
That's awesome.
So use it to grow your business, use it to inspire people, right? That's super important.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of your clientele from social media?
I don't know, a lot of clientele. I think I just poke people and remind them, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here through social media. But really my main focus with social media is to honestly let them know who I am. Like, yes, I'm a realtor. Know that part. Please know that part. But also know I have a sense of humor. Also know I have a big heart. also know that I say dorky things. I do dorky things. I am a
without a
dorky
doubt.
thing.
Without a doubt. Yeah, it's good. You want to let the people know who they're working with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, like you were saying earlier, that I'm a real person. Yes, I'm a realtor, but I am still, that's not my whole, like, I'm not just a realtor. Like, I'm still a person. Yeah. But I do talk like this sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. No, that's good. So, your daughter, how old is she?
She's 12.
She's 12 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's 12. She's 12 going on 33.
We have quite a few single parents on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of single mothers, actually.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah. We love that.
That's awesome.
We love that. I grew up in a single parent household. You know, Alan didn't, but he probably could have.
Pretty much. You know, my mom worked in the morning and my dad worked in the evening. So when I would come home from school, he
It was
wouldn't be
single
there.
mom and then single dad.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I probably see him maybe on the weekend.
Yeah. They're hardworking people.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Yeah.
I was pretty much, I'm raised by my mom. So I get it. That's why I have a lot of respect for women. Because you guys got to go through, you guys have a lot more on your plate than we
Right?
do.
I know.
Oh my God, I know. Oh my God.
How's my lipstick?
Fernando.
I don't think you have any on, do you? I can't even tell.
Okay, good.
But in all seriousness, that is something I feel like is a huge motivation for a lot of agents when they're single is their children.
100%.
Yeah.
150 billion% times 75.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing else in this world. Like when my daughter comes to me and says, "Hey mom, I want to go to this camp or I want to buy this outfit because this is my new style or whatever." I want to be able to be like, "All right, baby. Like I'm going to support you." Yeah.
Yeah.
How can I support you? And I want her to see that this is how life works. You work hard to get the things you want. And I think it's working because the other day she called me and she's like, "Mom, I have a business proposition for you." I'm like, "Oh, you do?"
I get those every day from my son. My son every day.
And what are his business propositions?
He's got so many. I was with you the other day. I think it was yesterday, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, I want to sell," because he's super into fish. Like he's got like 4 fish tanks and all different types of fish and tropical and like he's into that stuff, and he's always trying to raise more money to buy fish. And he's like, "Hey, so when the summer hits, I want to start selling some more stuff." And he's got 2 YouTube channels. And he's like, "That's
cool."
That kid is a genius.
And he's like,
Genius, literally.
He's taking photos and videos of his fishing pools at home, putting it on YouTube and saying, "Hey, call me." One of them is called Random Stuff for Sale.
How old
And
is
it's
he?
10. Yeah, he's really, really, really smart. My niece is doing the same thing. They're like the same age. Like shout out to those guys. They're killing it. But I'm just saying that's good because myself and my wife are both entrepreneurs, and so they're raised around that. They're raised around that mentality. They're raised around that environment where we do have a lot of discussions about finances in front of our kids forever since they've been born. Their whole life is revolves around that.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's important for them to be exposed to that. So they know that, hey, money just doesn't grow on trees. Like it's paper and it does, but it doesn't just fall in your lap. You have to work your ass off for it. Mm-hmm. And that's good that you're so you're being a great example for your kid, right?
Thanks. I'll take it.
Is your husband here? Does he see his daughter?
Oh, my
Or your
ex-husband?
ex-husband, your
No,
ex-husband.
he lives in New Mexico right now. He's Air Force. So he lives in New Mexico right now. He's fixing to get, that's my southern fixing.
Yes, it is.
He's fixing to
Y'all.
get deployed, y'all.
Y'all.
He's fixing to get deployed. I can't help it. He's fixing to get deployed. And so so my daughter's coming to be with me now on Saturday. Like
Nice.
2 days. She's been doing a year with me, a year with him, a year with me. Not because we have her do that. She just chooses to do that because she's so like, "I love you both the same, and I want you both to know I love you both the same."
That's cool.
So she's coming to me on Saturday.
That would be interesting.
What?
Year
Year on, year out. That's a long time.
I think
I'm not trying to wrap my mind around it.
She puts up with a lot. Like she is a
Well, yeah,
very
she gotta
tough
put up with
chick.
you.
What kind of come on?
Bubbles over here.
Yeah, bubbles over here.
But
She just put up with a lot.
no, like I'm serious though. Like a year there and a year here. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, I forgot I have a mom, and then you go, oh, I forgot I have a dad.
Yeah.
I mean, not like
Oh,
that.
we don't let her
Literally.
forget.
No,
No.
of course not. But that would be a little tough. I don't have kids, so I wouldn't know. But I could only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's super cool. She's the coolest chick I know. Yeah.
That's cool.
A little mini version of her mom, probably.
Yeah,
huh?
Thanks.
can't imagine doing
I
that.
got you.
Yeah, I could not imagine doing that. That's super.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, that would be tough. Building that relationship for a year, and then they're gone for a year, and that's probably pretty challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She shaved her head last year because she
Bald?
wanted to- yeah. Well, not bald, but like with
buzz?
clippers, like super shaved. She was like, well, whatever. I want to try it. And I'll take a little bit of credit for this.
Respect.
She said, I don't care what other people
Good.
think. I want to
Oh,
try
good.
it. And
Beautiful.
Good.
Yeah. I know. I was
That's
like,
cool.
that's my baby.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. How is she liking Utah?
We'll find out when she comes back, and she's older now, so she can like it or dislike it differently than before.
How are you planning on managing your schedule when you have your kid full time?
You know what? She's always kind of she's a real estate agent.
She's self-sufficient.
She's just not
She
licensed.
comes with you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, perfect.
She was with me showing a house, like I don't know, a year
I
ago or
I
was
was hoping you weren't going to say you leave her at home on the podcast. Hey, don't say that, please.
Lily, go take a shower.
Yeah. No, that's cool. You bring her with you, and
Yeah.
that's something that we talk about here. Is our agents. We have, like I said, moms in the team who have kids and they're not married, right, or they're single and they're raising their kids, and we
like
love when they bring them in here.
Yeah, like Victoria will have her little daughter just sitting down there right under the desk.
Shows a lot of commitment, and that's the kind of brokerage, that's the kind of team we have here. We support that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's other companies that don't, but dude, bring them in. Like, if you have to prospect for a few hours, come in here, bring her, come hang out. She can hang out in here with the computer or something, whatever. Victoria has her kid hang out under her desk like a little tiny cubby over there.
Yeah, literally, you can't even hear her.
Yeah, she's done with her iPad. But that's good. I mean, that's what I believe entrepreneurs do. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, they figure out a way to make it happen, and they get it done.
Yeah.
And bringing your kids to work with you is something that they do, right?
Well, and she learns a lot too. Like she's got crazy good communication skills. I think she could sell ice to an Eskimo if she needed to. And I think that comes from like watching people actually being in the real world
Yep.
and seeing people do things. But she'll ask me, she'll be like, Mom, so how's the deal with this person? How did this closing go? How did this? I'm like, how do you remember this?
Oh, that is cool. That is cool.
And I feel like just being exposed at that early of an age.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when you get a little bit older, when you're trying to figure out your life, you know a little bit more. Like what's out there. Like, oh, my mom's a real estate agent, or hey, he's a lender, or whatever it may be. That way you're not just like, well, I'm gonna go to college and go be a doctor.
Because that's what I'm supposed to do.
Because it's what I'm supposed to do.
That's the only way to make money.
I'm supposed to go to college.
Yeah.
There's a lot more out there. If you want to go, great. I mean, if you find what you love, do it. But
So,
True.
Marcy, you were born in Florida.
Uh-huh.
So you were born, and then how long were you there until you left?
So I was born in Florida, and then my family, like I was saying earlier, went from Florida to Tennessee, Florida to Tennessee, back and forth.
What age were you when you left Florida? First time?
For the first time, first grade, I think.
Oh, so you were really young.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it
okay.
went on for like years until I was in 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you stayed back in Florida.
And then we stayed in Florida. And then I got married to Lily's dad when I was 19. And that's when I left.
Super young.
Super young.
Yeah. So when you were traveling with your husband at that time, were you working? Did you have a career?
Not really. I would hop at like, oh, I'll try working here. I'll try working there. I didn't care about anything. Nothing really stuck. Because why? Because you can't.
You're leaving.
You know it's just temporary. You know you can't. Your job is to be a military spouse kind of at that point. So, no, I mean, I was here and there, but.
Yeah. What was the relationship like? Was it an awesome relationship? Was it?
It was.
Was he not there as much because of the military?
Yeah, he wasn't there all the time. There was a lot of times where I was kind of a single mom because he was deployed or on training or something. But yeah, it was. I had some single mom experience before we got divorced and became a single mom for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I liked the moving and the experience of that because then that brought me here.
Yeah.
And now I'm happy to be here.
So, okay, I don't want to like zoom past that subject, right? Because I would like to see if we can find some point of inspiration for women who are watching, for
Okay.
maybe single agents who are single mothers who are watching, maybe those who are planning on getting into real estate, maybe those who are just left a relationship,
Yeah.
for
Okay.
whatever reason, and is looking to become an entrepreneur or work for herself, and they might be dealing with some of the challenges that you went through.
Confidence. It's just confidence.
Yeah.
If you're leaving somebody and kind of starting anew that way.
You were starting new in a new state.
Yeah.
And did you know
And
anybody
no
here?
family. Like I had friends. I had some military friends, but they all come and go because they're all moving too.
Yeah.
But all my family's in Florida, so I was just like, you know what, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do, and this is what's going to happen. Sorry, there's no question. I think when you have your sight set on something, and you just have to do it. Don't make excuses. Don't let other people will try and give you excuses that you're not even thinking of yourself too.
Yeah.
Other people will be like, are you sure you want to do that? It's really risky. Are you sure you want to do that? Like the market could go up and down or whatever crap. They don't even know what they're talking
That's because
about.
they're afraid. They're the ones projecting that onto you.
Mm-hmm. Don't listen to them. Just be like, okay, so I got my hater blockers on. And I was
It's true though, literally. Hear them out, great, but then do your own thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like shit.
I mean, it sounds simple.
Fuck. Like I love when people do that. Like
It's-
I wouldn't do that if I were you. I wouldn't do that. Man, it's tough out there. Oh, the market. Oh, this. I'm like, cool. That'll be your opinion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go off and do it.
Yeah. So your real estate career so far, when you started, how was it? Did you out the gate? You were just closing deals. How was your first year like? I understand that you haven't always been. I know that you haven't been with us forever, but how many brokerages? I mean, did you bounce around? I mean, what was it like?
I did bounce
talk
around.
about that a little bit.
And I did bounce around because I'm not a complacent person. I'm not the kind of person that's going to be like, oh, it's cool. I'm comfortable. I'll stay here. Oh, no. Like, keep going, bigger and better things. But so I started off at a broker. Am I allowed to say brokerage names and things?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So
Who cares?
I started off at KW as an independent agent, and I did pretty well. I capped out my first year. Capped out means you've done enough deals to get 100% of your commission for the rest of the year.
Ballin'.
For only a limited amount of time, though, and then it goes back.
No, but it's a good feeling to cap out.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
You get a little trophy.
You're like, I'm official. I'm a real estate agent. Especially that first year, you're like, I'm the real deal.
I did stuff. So I did that at KW. That felt super good. And then when I left KW, I became a recruiter for another real estate team that was with Realty Path. And I was being a recruiter for them because I got nervous. I don't know. I got cold feet and was like, well, I want to have stability. I don't want to have like these really awesome months and then like don't know what's going to happen this month. Really awesome months.
So that's why you went to recruiting?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
this was after your first year, after you killed it in the first year.
Yeah.
What the hell happened
I
there?
don't know. I got nervous. I don't know. I was like, there's no way I can duplicate that. Self-doubt crept in. I don't know.
Wow.
So I went and I took a salary position, but still in real estate because there's no way I can leave real estate.
Yeah.
Doing recruiting. And then at that point, my clients started coming back and they're like, hey, we need an agent. We need an agent. And then I'm like, well, I can't do this recruiting full time and be an agent for you guys, the right kind of agent for you guys full time. So I'm gonna leave recruiting and go back into real estate full time, and I'm glad I did. Yeah.
And now you're killing it.
So how did you do it as a recruiter?
No, you are.
Though? But how did you do as a recruiter?
How did I do?
Yeah.
I think I did really well. Yeah, I felt good with my performance.
What did you do? What was your daily, like, what were your tasks like?
Cold calling, basically.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like you're calling.
Agents?
Yeah, you're just calling agents and being like, hey, here's my pitch about the team. This is what the team can provide you. How's your business going? Let's see how we can improve your business. And then you meet with them, you build a relationship with them. And it was still relationship building, which I love. So that's what I would do day in and day out. And then meet with them and make them my friends.
Yeah.
Hi, friends. I have lots of friends.
Alan, I think you should take some recruiting tips from Marcy over here.
Should.
What?
We'll go over it after the podcast.
Yeah, we'll go over it later.
Yeah. No, but that's cool though. I like that because I feel like a lot of the people we're bringing on the team, they all have something so special that we could help with the business, right?
Yeah.
This is like it's a give and take relationship, right? We've had agents in the past come on where they're just like, oh, well, I just want leads. And we're just like, no, that's not how it works. Like, we're not a lead generation source for you. Like, you have to go grow your business on your own. We're just going to sit here and hand you leads all day, you know? But that's good that you have those skills and those qualities because, you know, we are looking to expand the company and we like to search within for help and support, you know. So maybe we can, talk about it.
Oh, we'll definitely have to chat.
Yeah.
Okay, but I will say this too, not afterwards, like right now. I've been independent agent. I've been on other teams. I've run the gambit. You guys have made an awesome first impression. Seriously.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I really mean that.
Not saying that because there's a microphone in front of my face. I'm saying that because I mean it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we aim to do, right? I mean, Alan and I, with my skills that I had in the past, with Alan, his skills in the past, we put it together knowing that we have something special here, knowing that we can, obviously we're way different than other companies, right? And we fit. I feel like the majority of the people who are, again, putting on this persona, like they have to be a square bear real estate agent in order to, not be offensive and not have their own opinions about things and just kind of mold themselves around their client. I feel like it's not the right thing to do. You're not being genuine, right? You're not being
And
yourself.
people can see through that.
They can. You got to be authentic, right? And so everyone on the team is very authentic, right?
Everyone. Everyone is like their own character.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're being them. Like,
Yeah.
look at you. Look, you are who you are. I am who I am. He is who he is. We're all like, we're all original.
Yeah.
We're not going to be in a little box and to do what we're told and follow what other people are doing.
You have to do the robot realtor. I am a realtor. This is now.
The techno music in the
do it.
background.
I know, right?
Techno music in the background.
It's just
Sound
instantly.
It just came out.
But that's good. So what are your long-term goals
In
with real estate? Yeah.
Well, I love real estate and I love what I do, but long term, my heart is in design. My heart is in decorating and design, and so long term, I want to be able to explore that facet of my interest.
And you have a company right now. You have
Key Lime
Design. Yeah.
And it's called Key Lime Design because I'm from Florida and I got the super pride.
There you go. So tell us about that company, because I do feel like, and we didn't hit on that, and I'm kind of upset that we didn't do it earlier, but that's a really good way to get clients, right? Because you do offer staging on properties that you list.
Yeah.
Right?
List with me and I'll stage for free.
Yeah? Ooh, there we go. That's really good.
No, it's
Really
really
good.
good because staging's super expensive. It's super expensive.
Yeah, it's a few $1,000 easy.
But for me, it works because it's a passion that I get out. And then also, staging improves the sale of your home. Like,
does.
Our market's crazy right now. Your house is probably still going to sell anyway. But staging is going to drive up the desirability of your home, because here's a stat for you. 86% of adults cannot visualize the space on their own. To me, that's sad and that's crazy, but it's true. 86% of adults cannot walk into a space and be like, I'm going to set it up this way. Especially if it's vacant, they're like, it's walls and a floor. I don't know. So it really makes a big difference.
That does. Yeah, Alan and I, we did a flip earlier this year, and we're like, should we stage it? And we looked at it, and we're like, we have to stage it. When we staged it, it was
Like, it's night and day.
breathtaking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the home was amazing
And,
with the
and
staging.
even the one we looked at today, the new listing going live in Alpine. Every home that they do and they remodel. April at Powerhouse, they remodel. I mean, they stage every home they have.
Oh.
And like even today, when we went to go take a look at it, it was just breathtaking. And just opening that door, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it makes
because a huge difference.
Yeah, especially anybody looking to sell their home,
Hey.
you
There we
get
go.
free staging.
Yeah,
And
free
I'll
staging.
love every second of it.
So, how did you get the furniture? You just bought it all on your own? Did you make that investment, or you just kind of like leasing it, renting it, something like that?
No. It is an investment.
Yeah.
It is definitely an upfront cost, but I get it from Facebook Marketplace. I go to auctions, which are so much fun, and I get them from auctions. I honestly, I'm not even going to kid you, I was in my heels and my work clothes, picked up a table, heavy-ass table off the side of the road, and walked it home with my dog myself today.
Wow, today?
Yeah, and put it in my garage. So
You could have called us, and we had people in the team that could have helped you out.
I'm an independent woman.
That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean,
It's
those two
smart.
businesses go hand in hand, and we do know of some agents, here in the company and other companies that offer that as a service, and they get a lot of listings that way.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's really cool. I mean, how much staging are you providing? If it's like a 6,000 square foot home, is it just like the kitchen, the dining room?
The common areas,
Okay.
the main room, a master a
master
little
bath.
bit, yeah, and then kitchen, living room. Sometimes you can make it like a kid's room or a guest room look nice, depending
Yeah.
on how much that they want. But it doesn't always have to be like a vacant home, or it doesn't always have to be, oh, we'll just do the kitchen and the bath, and then don't touch it. Pretend like nobody lives there. That's not always the case. Like I had a listing, they had 5 kids, I believe, and all within like a year. So they were all young kids. And I'm like, okay, well, we're going to lightly stage this, and we're going to stage it with your stuff and some of, I call them tchotchkes, and some of my tchotchkes to spruce it up a little bit. And we're just doing it for the photos. We can't leave it there because you have 5 kids, and
they'll destroy
that's a bad
it.
idea.
Yeah. So how long have you been staging? Were you doing this before real estate? Was it kind of like a hobby?
Yeah.
Were you set up, and was it the plan from the beginning when you started your real estate career? Was like, hey, I'm going to offer this as a service, and it's going to help me get clients? Was that kind of what happened?
Yeah, the passion is, so when I was still married to my husband, my ex-husband who was in the Air Force, I went to school for interior design. So that's always been the passion. But life happens and you get derailed, and sometimes you got to find your way to get back on the right rail, basically.
Yeah.
So this is my way of doing it. But yeah, the original passion, I mean, I've wanted to be an interior decorator since I was a kid. I had like troll posters, and I had to hang my troll posters up a certain way. And
I can see that. I can see that still today with troll posters.
with the jewels in their belly button. I don't still have the troll posters.
Oh man, in her office, huh? I know, right? Trolls everywhere.
That one's my favorite.
That's smart.
Thanks.
That is so smart.
Thank you.
And we've talked about that in the past. Like, we got to get an interior decorator with us who can help with the staging, because we do get a lot of listings. And look at that, universe responded, right?
I love it.
Right there.
Yeah,
love
yeah, yeah. And then you offer this aside, right?
Oh, yeah.
As a service without listing the property.
100%, 150 billion percent. And not only that, but I do like the table I grabbed from the side of the road. I'm going to go home, I'm going to fix it up, and I have a spot in a store where you could utilize the furniture from the store or the tchotchkes from the store to help spruce up your place.
So other agents can contact you for staging.
100%. Please do, please.
Wow.
But yeah, or you can also purchase it, because a lot of times I've actually staged a home one time, and the buyer was like, "Hey, we want to buy everything that you," and I wasn't at the point then that I could let them buy it because I was recycling it for other stagings. I was like, "Hi, you can. I'm sorry. That's my staging material." But now I'm at the point where if you want to buy it, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Have any clients ever offered to purchase some of the items?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some buyers.
100%. They wanted to purchase everything that was in the house. It was a vacant home that I had listed, and it was just a light stage. It wasn't even like a heavy, every room kind of
But
stage.
some people don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
They don't want to go in and have to buy all the furniture. Like, yeah, that is really, really smart. So any of you agents out there, get a hold of Marcy. Yeah. Marcy at Key Lime Design.
Yes.
Right? You have a website?
Yeah. Well, right now you called it IG earlier, right? That's the hip
Instagram.
way to say it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the cool people call it IG.
Hit me up on the IG. Did I
go.
say it right?
IG.
IG.
Do you have 2 separate ones?
On 2 separate Instagram. No, it's just
Marcy
Key Lime Design.
and the Key Lime?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just Key Lime Design SLC on Instagram. But I have a Key Lime Design Facebook. Listen, I'm trying to get hip with the IG thing.
Yeah, it's challenging for me too. I think I'm 33.
Yeah.
And I'm like right on the edge where it's like, I just missed it, where I'm not really into that posting and stuff, but
Yeah.
I have to, because I know that it's super important for my business. And then they have people who are like 32 who are like, I can't live without posting. And I'm just like, dude, I'm like right on that edge where it's like, that's not something that I want to do.
I barely figured out how to put up a story like 3 months ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
big deal. There's a lot of stuff that I still don't know.
Huge
The reels, I
accomplishment.
don't understand
couldn't
the
figure out
reels.
the whole tagging thing, the whole gift thing, and I'm like, I don't get it. But now I get it. Now they're kind of fun.
Man, I'm waiting for my daughter to get here so I can pay her to do it for me.
Yeah, there you go. That's smart. They are way more savvy with that than
True.
we are. Even at that age, they are super smart. So I know that you don't have a ton of time here. I do want to spend a few more minutes with you, though, right?
Okay.
So what do you do right now to help you get business besides the staging stuff, besides your SOI? We just started with you on the lead generation stuff, but is there anything else that you use that could kind of help out newer agents in the industry? Are there certain tactics that you use, certain marketing things that you do?
Casual conversation. That's the best way. If you come off like you're giving them a sales pitch, and if you say, "Hi, I'm a realtor, let's talk," people are instantly like, wall is up, because I think you're trying to sell me something. But if you have a casual conversation, and
this is with everybody in the store, you go to the gas station,
in
teller,
the store,
everybody.
at the restaurant, in the bar, my neighbors, the mailman, my dog, like anybody. But you just don't say, "Hi, I'm a realtor." You don't bring it up like that. You, "Hey, how's your day?" Oh, sorry. "Hey, how's your day?" Have a regular conversation. "Oh, yeah, I just have to go to this showing." "Oh, what are you
Ooh,
showing?"
smart.
Yeah, you have to
that is a good
casually
one.
slip it in because you've already kind of built up the relationship at that point, and their wall isn't up. So if you casually slip it into a regular conversation, then it's more effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more real human to human, not salesperson to potential client,
Yep.
potential buyer, right? That's good. Well, you're doing good now. And like I said, we're really happy to have you here.
Thanks.
I'm definitely going to get to know you a lot better, Alan, as well, the more that you're here in the office. Like I
I'll
said, you just started, which is awesome, but you're busy. So don't come here unless you have to, right? Keep grinding, stay out and grind. That's so super important, right? Like I said, we're just really happy to have you here. So,
Thank you. I'm
cool.
super excited.
And you have somewhere to go. What are you guys doing tonight? I know
It's
you
my
have.
ladies' night.
Why do you do that? What is that for?
It's my ladies' night with my girlfriends. We're gonna go have sushi and sake and talk shit about men and complain about our kids, and it's gonna be awesome.
This is the outlet for
Here we go.
people like
You have to have an outlet. You have to have an outlet.
This is the outlet for Marcy. You picked a good spot because you're 2 minutes from the office. You can walk there and walk back and get back to work. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I like
I
that.
said sake.
That's okay.
It's
No, it's not okay. Don't come back to work. Alan gave me a look like, what are you saying?
No,
Hey, no, but on the real note, we don't put up with that shit. You know that. Everybody knows
Exactly.
that. Yeah. We're strictly professional.
Yeah.
But dude,
on your free time, do what you got to do.
yeah,
But when you're here, you want to be grinding.
you're grinding. You're
You got to
killing
be
it.
100% focused, and you owe it to not only yourself but to your clients too.
100%.
Yeah, she knows that. She's a
Yeah.
boss.
Oh yeah. Of course.
She's a boss. Okay, well, dude, again, happy to have you here. Alan,
Yeah.
do you have any words of motivation for her to keep her going, to maybe get her into the office more, to make some calls? Wait, you're banging out calls, aren't you?
I am doing it while I'm driving, honestly.
knew that. I knew it.
How did you know?
I just had a feeling. I had a feeling. The whole post about your hair, like in the wind, I could see her on the phone just.
But it works out nicely because my radio's not working in my Jeep right now, and I don't know how to fix it. So it's fine. It's not like I
Yeah.
can listen to the radio. I just call people while I'm driving. So
Which is
Good.
pretty smart.
yeah,
That is smart. Good way to use your time.
yeah.
Good way to use your time.
Also, use voice text. So if you're driving, I've learned that tool through.
Oh, it's
Vicky,
amazing.
actually.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. That's how Alan communicates with everybody.
Yeah.
If he's walking, he does it. So real quick, let's give you a plug, right?
Okay.
So on Instagram, it's Key Lime Design.
SLC.
So at Key Lime Design SLC.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. And then what's your Facebook?
Key Lime Design SLC.
Perfect.
Everything's Key Lime Design SLC. And then you can also find Marcy Mathieson on Facebook. And you can call me. Send a smoke signal.
What's the phone number?
801-309-3041.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you guys looking to sell your home, give us a call. Free staging. Oh, over here. We'll figure something out too with the team.
Cool.
So, yeah,
Thanks.
awesome.
I'm
Wanna
way
support you.
excited.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, dude, thanks again for being here, Alan.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you, Marcy. I really appreciate you being part of the UVO family here.
Yeah.
Pleasure to have you. I love what you're doing. I love what you're all about. Just keep at it. Yeah. Like
Well,
I love the hustle, man. I love the grind. I love just the energy. Knowing your why, having a purpose, and
Yes, for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. Like I love this. We've only met now a couple of times now, and I feel like we're just clicking.
yeah.
Perfect.
I feel like all of us do.
Yep.
And we're all here striving for the same common goal.
Yep. Alan, before we go, we do want to put it out there. We are expanding the business. We just picked up a new office, second home in Draper, Utah. Beautiful building, by the way. You've seen it, right?
I haven't.
I'll have to
gotta
show
look
you.
at it.
Yeah.
Beautiful building, by the way, right? We've got a few offices there right now. Lots of space for agents, lots of space for new agents, and some top producing agents. So, Alan, we are looking for. What are we looking for, Alan? Talk to him.
Okay, we are looking for top producing agents. We are wanting to be the number one team here in the country by the end of the year.
Yep.
And we are calling out heavy hitters. I don't want anybody on board who's half-assing it or part-time or any of that stuff. We only want people that are 100% committed. We have a goal. We want to hit it, and we're not going to stop.
And we are investing heavily into our agents.
We invest everything.
Heavily into our agents. So if you are an agent out there who's looking to grow, double, triple your business and is hungry and is willing to work 24/7, 365, and who brings their laptop everywhere they go, even on vacation, we're looking for you. We want you. Come in, give us a call, shoot us a text, and we'd love to chat with you.
We know what it takes.
Yep.
You
Marcy, you have
guys
anybody?
are more
Let us know.
responsive. You guys are more responsive than anybody else I've ever worked with as well, too.
Well, typical agents don't pick up their phone.
Yeah. You guys like respond like you care about your people on your team.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Like I was literally having dinner last night at like 9 p.m. out in Ginger Street. By the way, huge shout out to Ginger Street. I love it.
Yeah.
Pad Thai, curry. Anyway, no, I had Kelly give me a call. You know, he's negotiating a contract, and I'm literally like, cool. It was 9 p.m. We're negotiating, a deal. So anytime at all. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Yeah. It's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice, but that's what we do. And we're all about that. And our family knows that. And that's what's really awesome. They support us. But yeah, again, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Alan, thank you for doing this.
Pleasure. Everybody
Everybody out there looking to jump into real estate and join a real team, a real family, supports you, takes care of you, invests in you with money. A lot of people don't do that. We do a lot. Give us a call. Shoot us a text, 801-471-4121. Awesome.
And then give me a call too, 801-664-9028.
Perfect. Yep, there we go. Awesome, guys. Okay, we'll see you on the next one.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5